Your Lordship, I'm not the kind of man to whimper or plead, but I'm begging you not to carry out this monstrous plan.
Come out of the way, Mr. Bodkin.
If you go in there, you will be taking a step unparalleled in the history of the Basket family. Now, please do not do it.
I'm going in. Out of the way.
But you're a peer of the realm, an aristocrat. An aristocrat doesn't go begging for jobs.
Well, I want one. I'm fed up being at home. I want to earn some money.
Patience, patience, my lord. Your ship will come home.
It already has. Our ship.
Your lot in life is to set an example to the common herd, not to soil your hands in the mire of vulgar commerce.
Look, Mr. Bodkin, I want a job. I've come here to find a job. I'm going to get a job. Aye, aye.
Aye. He'll do nothing for you.
Everyone?
Him in there, he'll do nothing for you. You've got no chance, pal. He'll tell you straight out, too old.
I'm not discussing the matter with you. Or any other matter, for that matter.
What's your trade, pal?
Trade?
Don't tell me. Not labouring. I can tell that by your clobber. I know, bookies runner. Am I right?
Bookies? How dare you?
Next, please.
All right.
One at a time, please. I'll see whichever of you was first.
Oh, that's all right. We're together.
Thanks to a whim of fate.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, right. I was just recollecting on the cruel ironies of human destiny.
Here. Where's Mr. Oldroyd?
Mr. Holroyd has moved to another office. I've taken over his work.
Oh, he was smashing, you know. Mr. Oldroyd thought the world of me. He used to send me a calendar every New Year. He said I'd been coming here so long he was going to invite me and my man to the staff dance.
Yes, yes, Mr. Holroyd always did have a soft spot for lame ducks.
Lame ducks? Have you any idea whom you're addressing?
No, I haven't. So let's get down to business, shall we? Name?
Clifford Basket.
I beg your pardon?
The Earl
Clifford
of
Basket.
One at a time, please. I'll start with you first. Name?
Bodkin.
Address?
Care of Clogborough Hall.
Trade?
Profession.
I see. What is it?
Gentleman's gentleman.
There's no demand. What other sort of work can you do?
I'm not seeking employment.
No, it's me.
I'm a patient man, but very busy. Now, let us proceed in an orderly fashion, shall we?
If I might interject, this is the Earl of Clogborough.
Are you serious?
It is not a matter that I would treat with levity.
You are Lord Clogborough?
Well, yes?
Good Lord.
Oh, thank you very much.
His lordship, quite wrongly in my opinion, is seeking some gainful sphere in which to exercise his undoubted talents.
Well, your lordship, we shall have to see what we can find. Had you anything in mind?
Oh, well, something interesting, meeting people. I used to sell ice cream at one time. That was very nice.
Yes, but it's very seasonal work.
Oh, yeah. Well, what about something with animals? I've always fancied working in a circus.
Yeah, just a moment. His lordship, of course, could not entertain any employment that was not commensurate with his social status.
What had you in mind?
Well, I was thinking something along the lines of the Governor-General of the Bahamas.
Governor-General of the Bahamas.
I use that merely as an illustration. It doesn't have to be that. I mean, it could be chairman of some government body, like the Forestry Concern, or the Ministry of Works, or Keeper of the Queen's Purse.
Well, surprisingly so. There is a keeper's job going.
Oh, where?
Down at the park.
Splendid. Can I feed the ducks?
Yeah, are you seriously suggesting that his lordship should become a park keeper?
Well, with all due respect to his lordship, and in view of his lordship's previous experience, and jobs are hard to come by these days, yes.
Well, it's preposterous.
Well, I like the job. Can I have it, Mr.
Burke.
Quite.
Here we are, your lordship. If you'll just give that to the head park keeper. May I say, your lordship, how refreshing it is to meet a man of your social eminence, so ready to put his shoulder to the wheel like the rest of us. It makes one proud to be British.
I must protest in the strongest possible terms against this outrage. This is bureaucracy gone mad.
Oh, come on, Mr. Bodkin.
I shall not stand idly by while you besmirch the proud name of Clogborough. I know my duty.
Oh.
And as for you, sir, despite your claim to British nationality, I very much doubt its validity. You look uncommonly like a Bolshevik to me.
Too old, eh, pal?
What is that?
What did I tell you? I'll give you a tip, though. They're taking on fellas at the sewage works, pal.
What are you waiting for? And incidentally, I'm not your pal. I'm not anybody's pal.
No, that's because you're bad-tempered and you're rotten with it. Oh, hello, Mr. Bodkin. Here, what you doing? Now, don't do anything hasty, Mr. Bodkin.
The idea is to collect it, Basket. Only litter louts scatter it about, Basket. You're fired, Basket.
Oh, hello, Mr. Bodkin. As you see, I've got another job.
So I perceive, my lord.
Here. Do you want me to take you across the road? Now, hang on a minute, Mr. Bodkin. That's my lollipop stick. Oh, hello, Mr. Bodkin. It's the best job I've ever had. It's smashing. If you hang on a minute, you can ring me chamois leather out. Hey, you wouldn't do anything but that ladder, would you, Mr. Bodkin? Mr. Bodkin?
Oh!
Is it still hurting, Mr. Bodkin?
I beg your pardon?
I said, is it still hurting?
I'm afraid it is, madam.
Well, you shouldn't go playing silly tricks with ladders. It was a lucky chance our Clifford landed on you.
It's not a question of luck, madam. As he plunged earthwards, years of devotion to the Basket family reasserted themselves, and I deliberately broke his fall.
But if you hadn't fiddled with the ladder, he wouldn't have fallen in the first place.
True, madam. But my object was not to break his neck, but to break his mania for menial tasks. His compulsion to engage in common labour.
Oh, yes, he loves work, does our Clifford. I don't know where he gets it from. It's not on my side of the family.
And it's certainly not from the Basket side. However, be that as it may, I was hoping that this ladder incident would have brought his lordship to his senses. But now I very much doubt it.
I don't know. He stops at home every day, doesn't he?
Ah, but he's taken to going out at nights. Every night. I suppose you wouldn't know, madam, where he goes?
A mother learns not to pry, Mr. Bodkin, when her little chicks leave the nest. Anyway, it's natural for a man to stay out at night. My hubby always used to.
That I can well understand, madam.
All right, ma'am. I'm off.
Cheerio, Clifford. Enjoy yourself.
Your lordship.
Yes, what is it?
As it is such a fine evening, I was considering taking a constitutional. Would you mind if I strolled along with you?
Yes, I would.
You see what it is, Mr. Bodkin? It's like they say. Three's a crowd.
Yeah, but in his case, one's a crowd.
Manners, Clifford. Manners.
I do not lean to the opinion, madam, that his lordship has developed a romantic entanglement. It's my belief, sir, that you've got another job. Is that so?
Well, I might have. And then again, I might not.
Oh, come, my lord. There's no room for secrets between us, surely.
Oh, yes, there is. Because if I had the job, which I am not saying that I have,
No.
you'd only muck it up. I've had enough of you breaking my sticks and that to get me the sack. Ta-ra, ma'am.
Ta-ra.
I'm off.
He's working somewhere. I know he is.
Well, Mr. Bodkin, what harm does it do to think the world of him down there?
Hmm?
Well, what I mean is that if he had got a job down there, they would think a lot about him. Mind you, I'm not saying that he has got a job down there.
You know more than meets the eye, madam. I suppose it's no use appealing to your better nature.
Oh, I don't know, Mr. Bodkin.
I thought not. Well, I must pursue his lordship and protect him from whatever there is down there. Right. No quarter asked or given.
I say, waiter, do hurry up.
Just a minute, I'll be right with you. I dropped the cherry. One pint of bitter and a martini.
There's a cherry in my beer.
Well, you asked for a cherry.
In the martini.
Sorry. I'm a beginner at this waiting game, you know.
Yes, I can see that.
God, blimey.
Good evening, sir. Are you being attended to?
Well, I'm not banging that bell for its musical tone. I'm looking for the Earl of Clogborough.
The Earl of Clogborough?
Yes.
Oh, there's the Marquis of Granby just down the road. Perhaps that's the one you're after.
Don't try to be funny. I'm referring to a peer of the realm, not a public house.
Oh, is he one of our customers?
I should hate to think so. But his velocipede is out in the car park, and I am his butler.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I don't know the Earl. I mean, he might come in here, but I wouldn't know him if he did.
I shall wait.
Certainly, sir. What are you drinking?
Oh, I'll have a glass of port, I think.
Glass of port, right you are, sir. 18 pence. Beautiful drop of port, that. Mind you, there's not many drink it here.
You do not surprise me.
Well, if you'll excuse me.
A waiter. Oh,
There you are. Hello, Mr. Bodkin. I was just having a quiet drink. I often pop in here, you know. It's very good if you go into, you know, on the way to, It's got a very nice atmosphere.
I wish I could share your enthusiasm. Where's your coat?
When you've quite finished your little chat, we'd like some more drinks.
Hmm? Oh, yes, right, yes. I'll get these. No, it's my shout. You're not the last one. Yes, a pint of bitter and a martini, wasn't it? What about you, Mr. Bodkin?
No, thank you.
Yes, well, I'll just see if I can get some service.
Who are your friends?
What friends? Oh, it's my friend. You don't know Mr. Bodkin, do you? Just see you introduce yourselves. I'll see if I can get some drinks.
How do you do?
What an extraordinary waiter.
Where?
Well, him. He's the only waiter in here, as far as I'm aware.
You mean... He's the waiter?
I think we'll move on, darling, if you don't mind. There's some very strange people in here tonight.
Good night.
No, Mr. Bodkin, there's no call to get nasty. I mean, it's honest work. Somebody's got to do it.
Oh, the shame of it.
Clifford, where's your jacket? Get it on. I don't want you making the place look scruffy.
Oh, yes, Mr. Hancock.
I never thought I'd live to hear an Earl of Clogborough ordered about my common landlord. Does he know who you are?
Yeah, but of course he does. I'm his waiter.
No, I don't mean that. Does he know that you're the Earl of Clogborough?
Oh, well, no, he just called me Clifford.
Oh, thank heaven for that. If ever it came out that you were handing out pints of mild and bitter in a low tavern, I'd never hold up my head again. Come on, let's go home.
Oh, no, hang on a minute, Mr. Bodkin. I like this job.
No, don't have any unpleasantness. Come on.
Look here, Mr. Bodkin. I'll tell the landlord who I am. I'll tell all the customers and all.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, yes, I would.
Oh, no, anything but that.
Right, well, you just leave me alone. You don't muck my job up, and I'll keep my mouth shut.
There's a ruthless streak in you, son. An occasional glimpse of the true basket spirit.
Oh, there you are.
Here, ladies are not supposed to sit at the bar, you know. Still, that lets you out.
Oh, it's very nice in here, Clifford. You've got a smashing job down here.
Yeah, I'm going to hang on to it, you know, man.
Hey, listen. That Mr. Bodkin's been at me again. Oh, he is a nosy beggar. He's always poking and prying into other people's business. Do you know he wanted me to tell him where you get to at nights? What's the matter with you, Clifford? Don't do that. I said, I don't know, I said. And if I did know, I said I wouldn't tell you. I said, you keep your nose out of it. I've no idea where our Clifford gets to at night. I found out where our Clifford gets to at night. Down here.
Yes, I'm well aware of that, Mrs. Basket. I'm not blind, nor deaf.
No, of course not. I think you're wonderful for your age.
Hey, Jack. 2 pints of bitter and a pint of mild.
Right, coming up. 2 big fitters and a scragging child.
2 big Where on earth did he get that distorted vernacular from?
Fell off his bike when he were only 7.
Mrs. Basket, much against my will, I've come to a temporary arrangement with his lordship.
Oh, yes.
He will keep his identity a closely guarded secret, and I, in return, will ignore this unbecoming drudgery of his.
Very nice.
Now, the point is, it requires your cooperation. I want to be able to rely upon you not to disclose that this white-coated buffoon behind the bar is the 13th Earl of Clogborough.
My lips are sealed, Mr. Bodkin.
Good.
But my throat is very dry.
Care for a drink, madam?
That's very kind of you, Mr. Bodkin. I wouldn't say no to a bottle of stout.
One twist and shout. Coming up.
I mustn't be late for the bingo. It's the Jolly Jumbo jackpot tonight, Mr. Bodkin. Would you fancy a go?
Thank you, no.
Please yourself, then. Cheers. Very nice. Ta-ra, then, Clifford.
Ta-ra, Mum. Here, Mr. Bodkin, I know that you don't like pubs and that. Hadn't you better be getting along home?
My place is by your side, your lord. I shall remain here.
But you look as miserable as a wet wheat hen sitting there, you know. I'm trying to run a cheery bar here.
In that case, I shall retire behind the partition and conjure such solace as may be available for the wounded spirit. Remember our agreement. I shall be within earshot.
A bag of crisps, thank you.
Yeah, 1 jockey's breakfast coming up.
Ah, well, any port in a storm, I suppose.
Have you found him yet?
Who?
The Earl.
Oh, no, the Earl isn't here tonight. No, definitely not. No.
I'll have a word with my waiter. Perhaps he knows him.
No, don't bother the waiter,
It's
please.
no bother at all.
But...
Hey, Clifford, I want a word with you.
Oh, hello, Mr. Hancock.
It's about the Earl of Clogborough.
Who's been talking?
Well, his butler's in here looking for him. You don't know the Earl, do you?
Oh, well,
Well, do you or don't you?
yes, Mr. Hancock. He's a big fellow with red hair. He walks with a limp, and he always wears a top hat. I don't think he's been in tonight.
Right. He's not been in tonight. My waiter knows him. He's a big chap. Red hair, wears a top hat and limps.
That's him.
I'll keep an eye open for him. He shouldn't be hard to spot.
No.
evening.
Oh. Hello, Mr. Burke.
My lord.
Shh.
Half a bitter, please.
Hey, look here, Mr. Burke. I wouldn't drink the beer in here if I were you. You know, it's rotten. If I were you, I'd go down the road. You'd enjoy yourself much better at the Marquis of Granby.
Well, since I'm here, I'll have a drink anyway.
Oh.
I just thought I'd drop in and see how you were making out, your lordship. After the difficulties of the other jobs, your lordship, we do want this to be a success.
Excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing. Oh, it's been a funny night. Why do you keep calling him your lordship?
Why? Don't you approve? I should have thought you'd be tickled pink to have an earl serving behind your bar.
I've just gone to put a fresh barrel on.
You stop here. What are you talking about?
Your barman. He's the Earl of Clogborough.
Oh, give over. The Earl's a big chap with red hair. Walks with a limp and wears a big top hat. That's right, isn't it?
Oh, yes, Mr. Hancock.
Just a moment. You came down to the Labour Exchange and told me you were the Earl of Clogborough.
Hey, you'll get in trouble with the police going on like that.
You lied to me. You tried to engage my sympathies by trick.
Well, no, I didn't. No, I am the Earl, really, you see, but I promised not to tell anyone.
Well, first you say you are.
And then you say you're not. Go on, we'll settle this. Now, you can settle this matter for us. You are the Earl of Clogborough's butler, aren't you?
I have that honour, sir.
Is this chap the Earl of Clogborough? Well, is he or isn't he?
What an extraordinary question. Are you suggesting that the Earl of Clogborough would get a job serving drinks behind the bar in a public house?
Mr. Bodkin?
Well, I had to ask. Come on, you!
I am the Earl, honest to me. He told me not to tell anybody.
You're fired and don't come back.
But Mr. Hancock...
And don't come down to the exchange with any more of your tall stories. I'll find no more jobs for you.
But Mr. Burke, please!
That's what comes of trusting people. He had the run of my files. It's shaken my faith in humanity. I've been too soft. Too soft!
Well, would you crazy? That little tavern of a chap pretending to be the Earl of Clogborough.
Amazing.
Mind you, it's a good thing he's not. I mean, you wouldn't fancy being butler to that now, would you?
Right. Well, good night, you.
Good night. Oh, well, if the Earl does come in, what shall I tell him?
I think it hardly likely that circumstances will arise.
Right, you rotten old devil. You asked for it.
Oh, come now, my lord. It's all for the best.